Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Dino Times. I'm your host, Dakota Morgan, coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona, and today we're going to be talking semi-spoilers, semi-not, but we're going to be finally talking about Chaos Theory, Jurassic World Season 3. That's right. So again, make sure you go watch this show. Make sure you watch Season 3 in general before you listen to this. All right, everybody. I have just finished Season 3. It took me a little bit of time. I understand. I deeply apologize. But also, I am a working guy. It takes me a while to catch up on this stuff. I'm behind like 3, but I haven't even finished Primitive War yet. It's been a little bit of time, folks. Plus, therapy. Wonderful time. Also, takes up a lot of time. Alrighty. Now, moving on to Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 3. This show, it knocks it out of the park again. And I want to say we're going to talk about storyline, and of course here on Dino Times we like to talk about the science, reviews and such as well. But we like to talk about science. We're going to get into that, trust me. Now, with Season 3, I didn't know what to expect. I really don't. With Chaos Theory in general, I don't know what to expect. Camp Cretaceous, I kind of knew what to expect a little bit. With Chaos Theory, we knew we were beginning / starting to line up with Jurassic World Dominion with some events that were happening, which is very cool. And in Season 3, we do see a lot of events line up. Again, there is some spoilers here, so fair warning. We see Barry. Like, what the fuck? Barry has come into play here, everybody. That's right, the man, the myth, the legend, the Barry here, who Owen and Barry remind me of my buddy Christian and I when we used to take care of crocodilians, how they were with raptors and later on as well. And one of them went on the criminal investigations, just like I did afterwards. I like to compare me and my buddy Christian to Owen and Owen and them. So, yes. So, other than that, though, too, we are looking at some really cool things here, and I want to say we are looking at animal behaviors a lot in this season, and we're seeing a lot with Iona Santos, the villain from Jurassic World Dominion, who was the broker. We're seeing her character development a lot, and I really greatly appreciate how we are able to see her develop as a character, as a human being, as a underground market dealer. We saw it in Season 2, Season 3, where you see her very, very much more. And we're able to just see the dealings with Biosyn. Lewis Dodson as well makes an appearance. The underground market in Malta being that and exploring. It honestly felt better than Jurassic World Dominion in a lot of senses with this. And I know that may be blasphemy to some people. I did like Jurassic World Dominion. But we are looking at something that explores that world a little bit more. That actually takes that concept and the things that happen there and takes the few episodes to go with it, to introduce us to characters. The handler with the Atrociraptors, by the way. Did not expect her. I did not expect that ending for her. I did not. But I do want to say as well, we're looking at a lot of stuff here where it almost feels more real. It almost feels more realistic and relatable in a sense than Jurassic World Dominion. Dominion had a lot of stuff I was able to as well, with being an ex-zookeeper and animal crimes investigator. I was able to relate a lot to it, despite what the common moviegoer or Jurassic fan may be as well able to relate to. I'm a little bit on the outside. I totally understand. But hey, seeing the stuff here with this, and then the ground market, Barry with the French intelligence as well, and as a guy who's worked with intelligence agencies in the past, I can say like it's really cool to see that in Jurassic World. And I enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. So to all the creators out there, the writers, the actors, everybody involved here, the animators, I extremely enjoy this underground market, this companies involved with something, and the dinosaurs being dealt, but then also the dinosaurs themselves suffering the abuse, but then coming back from it in a sense as well with some of it and establishing their own dominance. And I really do appreciate that. And it kind of tackles those messages that Dominion was trying to give us, but gives us a lot more and gives us a little bit. Oh, I hit the mic there. Give us a little bit more of realism to it. And it's an animated show, and I should make that clear. An animated show has given us this more realism, given us this more relatability. And maybe I know Jurassic fans were few and far between here. I should also clarify, too, I also do volunteer in a fossil lab, worked in a museum before, and hopefully soon again. But I've worked a little bit in the lab and worked on a few different species, and worked with paleontologists and stuff. So I'm coming at it as well, like, from a exotic animal background and a paleo background. But this show does give us pretty good animal behaviors. You know, we're seeing new things that they're developing. We're seeing the intelligence. We're seeing the problem solving. We're seeing this with them. We're seeing the aggression with herbivores again. which I love to death. Absolutely in love with that, because here's the thing. I worked with a white rhinoceros before. They get aggressive. They're not friendly to herbivores all the time. That's not how it works. Even the gazelle who I worked with, pain in the ass during mating season. Try to stab me with their antlers. It's a whole thing. Herbivores are going to hurt you as well, and Jurassic World does not shy away from that in Chaos Theory in general. And I want to say Camp Cretaceous too with their Tyrannosaurus. But we're also looking at the animal behaviors with also their body as well. I do want to say the dinosaurs did a really good job at being animals, at being that. You know, they would prep their muscles to be able to pounce, to move, whether the herbivores or carnivores would do it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant there. And I do got to say the animation, the best animation so far in the whole franchise of Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory. Season 3 of Chaos Theory was the best animation so far. And it's been hard this past couple of weeks. I've wanted to interact with fans, or Jurassic Park podcast, and everybody. Been wanting to do some interactions with everyone. But I've been working and therapy and studying. And so it's been a pain in the butt to be able to do this. I will say I was able to work on a Zuniceratops, might I say, recently. And that was fun. But without further, I mean, that's a little hint towards work I've been working on. And it's needless to say here, like, the dinosaurs were dinosaurs. The prehistoric animals were prehistoric animals. They behave as they would. Now, was there a little bit of more aggression for the Pyroraptor? Yes. But my counterpoint to anyone who may say, oh, they're just being super aggressive, blah, 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 I will say, we're looking at abused animals. We're looking at animals who don't have the normal feeding schedule. They don't have that normal hunting schedule. They don't have that in them because of being housed by people, transported, abused, all of that. So when people may say, oh, the animals seem more aggressive, we are looking at something where these are abused animals. These are not your everyday norm. Even dinosaurs. We're not looking upon that here. We're looking at things here probably haven't eaten in a couple of days, more than likely. Tasered and prod like crazy by people, so they have a negative association with people. You're looking at all of that there, and so these animals are behaving as an animal person, would know them to behave as. Like, even with crocs. They would behave that way as well, absolutely. And it's really cool to see. Now, I do got to say, the Malta scene, I have to cover that. Malta in general, awesome. We saw the chaos. We saw the aftermath. The government agency stepping in. People dying in the show. Absolutely, yes, there is still people dying. As you want to see the good kills. That happens a lot. And I think they get, as this season goes on, they get darker and darker and more realistic with it. And I absolutely love it. So for everyone involved on this, stellar A+ on Season 3 of Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Knocking it out of the park. The show gets better and better and better. Dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures improving. The effects improve. Well, animation improving. Voice acting, stellar beyond belief. Writing, stellar beyond belief. Love every second of it here. Now, where will it go in the future? Well, that's another episode, might I add. So if you did enjoy this episode of Dino Times, everybody, from my little review of Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 3, be sure to subscribe for more paleo content where I review all things paleo media, as well as go over new species, science profiles, and much, much more. And also, we do a lot of nerd stuff here on the channel, video games and much more too. So stay tuned for that. And of course, as always, everybody, might I add, be sure to, again, subscribe, social media, and my Twitch in the description box down below. And lastly, folks, remember, science is real.